Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet. This review covers the Bigfoot monster truck. It's the 4x4x4 Ford F-150. And I know what you're thinking. That looks like a toy, and well, it kind of is, but you still have to put it together. So we're going to do a kit review because these kits have an important place in our hobby by allowing and enticing young ones to build models. Now, this is a round 2 release in 1/32 scale from AMT, and it's kit number 805 in the current catalog. It's a re-release of the popular truck, and it gets new 30-year decals. So the kit's available in multiple versions with other designs, and it's a snap kit, which is a skill level 1 for beginning builders. It's molded in 3 colors and needs no paint or glue to assemble, and there's 25 parts molded in blue, white, and black. It includes vinyl tires and metal axles. There's no engine or interior, and the chassis is a flat base with a framework as an attachment. The body's solid with only bumpers and the light bar being separate, and the tires are hollow and can be mounted in the proper direction. Oddly, it does have water slide decals, but this is a beginner's kit, so we kind of call it a tweener between the full snap kit and a glue kit. Now, it's called a curbside because you can't open anything up, and the overall dimensions are 7 inches length, and the width is 4 3/4 inches, and the height is 4 inches. Here are the decals for this kit. As you can see, they're very colorful, and the registry is good. I strongly recommend using some decal setting solution to make it fit those contours. But as always, use the manufacturer's safety and use guidelines when using any of the products mentioned here in the review for your own protection. Construction starts with those monster tires. So the hubs snap in with the 2 tabs. Aligning and inserting the tabs is a little difficult for the beginner because the rim is very deep and the hub doesn't just slide into place. So work it into place and insert the finished rims into the tire. The tires are directional, so make sure to line up the directions of those V shapes on the tires so that you have all 4 going forward when installed. I did use a little bit of glue to make sure that the tires hold true to the hubs and the rims. After you've built the tires, slide the axles into the rear hole in the rims and tap them lightly with a hammer or something to put them in place. Make them seat properly. Then do the 2 matching tires so that you can slide the axles into the chassis and then add the opposite wheels on the other side. This helps ensure they're facing the proper direction. Search the kit for the 3 pieces you find here to build the chassis assembly, and then put the parts together by snapping the frames onto the axles and the center support into the frame. Now, using the axle and wheel combos that we set up earlier, we'll slide an axle into each suspension section and add the corresponding tire to the other side on the other side of the frame, and this completes the frame assembly. Get the pieces out for the major body portions and assemble the light bar and the lights that can be installed at this time, and then add the front and rear bumpers and the visor to the truck. And I did use a black wash, 50-50 mix of flat black paint and some thinner, and applied it to the grill to give it a little depth and make it look more realistic before adding the decals. The decals are the most difficult portion of the build, and they make an excellent opportunity for the young ones to learn how to do this process. Use plenty of warm water to make sure that you can move the parts or the decals around into place on the body, and start with the largest ones and then smooth any air bubbles out that are there. And I strongly suggest using some of the setting solutions available on the market to help these decals nestle into curves and crevices and stick to the body. Once the decals have dried and cured, you can add the window glass by snapping it into place. You see the tabs in the top of the roof there, and this is actually opaque. You can't see through the windows, but it looks pretty cool. At this point in the build, we want to deviate a little bit from the instruction sequence. So they have you place the chassis pan into the body now, but I found that if I installed the chassis frame and wheels to the pan first, it makes final assembly much easier. So attach the frame to the pan and then install the chassis unit into the body, and this will finish the overall build. Here's a front end view of the finished truck, and she looks pretty cool, and it's actually a pretty rugged when it's built and constructed. It's suitable for play for young children, as well as the back end here, which is not the business end, but it sure looks pretty nice altogether. Well, there you have it. This is a great little kit for children, especially those that need to learn how to apply decals to their models. It's a snap-it kit, so it takes about an hour to build or less, and it could be a slump buster if you're trying to figure out what to do for the weekend. But nonetheless, it's generally targeted at children and to entice them into the modeling hobby. And I think that you're going to have fun with it if you have a youngster that could use some practice at assembly and decaling. And I would strongly suggest that you get one of these kits and put one together across the table from a youngster, so that you can both be proud when she's finished. We hope you like this premium quality step-by-step review, and so that you don't miss any more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you can find us on Facebook and also at our website, www.rightonreplicas.com. Thanks!